The first lessons humanity learned among the stars were written in blood. Colonies raided, convoys destroyed, families taken as slaves. For decades, Earth was treated as prey, weak, desperate, too young to demand respect. The Galactic Council told them to be patient, to follow the rules, to accept their place at the bottom. Humanity obeyed, outwardly at least, but beneath the silence, Earth remembered. Beneath the treaties and humiliation, something else was growing. Humanity hid its claws, swallowed its rage, and endured. Every time the Zur burned a settlement, every time the Valeth pirates harvested another generation of human children, every time the Cathari warlords sneered in the council chamber, humanity took note, and in the shadows of its colonies, it prepared. Captain Adrian Cross stood on the command deck of the Dauntless, his reflection cold in the viewport. He had served through it all, the begging, the apologies, the compromises. He had watched his people kneel while predators circled, always taking, always mocking. And now, as the newest transmission scrolled across the holodisplay, another raid, another massacre, he felt the last threads of patience snap. Commander Lewis Grant joined him at the viewport. They hit Vega Prime again. 30,000 dead, no council response. His voice was low, bitter. Lieutenant Maravay slammed her hand on the console. They don't even pretend to hide it anymore. The Zur call us prey, and the council agrees. Adrian didn't move, but his voice was steady steel. Then it's time we stop playing the part they wrote for us. A long silence followed. The crew exchanged glances. They had been waiting for these words, though none dared say it first. Sir, Grant asked carefully. Adrian turned, his gaze burning with the fire of generations. For too long we've been hunted, but that ends tonight. The mask is gone. The chains are broken. We're done running. It's time the galaxy learns what happens when prey becomes predator. The Dauntless was not alone. Across the solar system, across the hidden outposts of Saturn and Neptune, across the deep shelters in the asteroid belt, Earth's secret fleets stirred. The Leviathan protocols, whispered about for years, were real. Vast warships rose from hidden shipyards, bristling with weapons forbidden under every treaty the Council had imposed. Drone swarms darkened the void. Rail cannons so powerful they could tear continents apart, charged for the first time. Humanity had been silent, not because it was weak, but because it was patient, and now patience was gone. The first strike fell at Zur itself. Their capital had never been touched by war, its people complacent in their empire's cruelty. That complacency shattered when human dreadnoughts dropped into orbit. They did not bombard cities. They did not slaughter civilians. They targeted shipyards, command centers, the war fleets waiting in dock. Mara's voice rang through the bridge as kinetic rods fell from orbit. Targets locked. Fire. The night of Zur turned to day. Warships burned in their berths. Fleets annihilated before they could launch. Entire orbital stations collapsed in fire and silence. The message was clear. Humanity was no longer prey. Panic swept the galaxy. Reports flooded the council. Fleets destroyed. Raids repelled. Pirate kings executed. Slave markets obliterated. Human fleets struck with surgical precision, tearing the claws from their enemies while sparing innocents. This was not revenge without thought. It was justice. Sharp and merciless. President Alina Ward addressed the galaxy in a broadcast that reached every world, every empire, every frightened predator now realizing the rules had changed. Her voice was calm, but her words carried the weight of thunder. For centuries, we were hunted. For centuries, we were mocked, enslaved, and slaughtered while the galaxy called us weak. You fed on us because you thought we could not fight back. You were wrong. We are done hiding. We are done pleading. And from this day forward, we are done being prey. To those who stood by us, you are safe. To those who hunted us, run if you like, but know that humanity is coming, and we do not forgive. On the Dauntless, Lewis exhaled slowly as the broadcast ended. Do you think they understand? Adrian's gaze remained locked on the stars, his voice quiet but filled with certainty. Not yet. They will. The galaxy had always seen humanity as desperate survivors, scavengers clinging to scraps. They had never seen what humans became when cornered, when stripped of hope, when given no choice but to fight with everything they had. They had never seen the depths of Earth's fury or the scale of Earth's preparation. They had never seen the predator that waited beneath the mask of prey. The campaigns that followed rewrote galactic history. At Proxima, 3 alien fleets converged to crush Earth's uprising. They were met by 20 human dreadnoughts and 1 million autonomous drones. The battle lasted 48 hours. When it ended, only human ships remained. At Talara, the Valeth slavers fortified their stronghold with planetary shields. Humanity dropped rods from orbit with such force that the crust itself split, ending centuries of tyranny in one night. At the edge of Cathari space, raiding fleets attempted to ambush Earth's convoys. They found themselves instead hunted, their ships tracked, cornered, and destroyed in silence. The galaxy watched in fear as the balance of power shifted. No one had expected this. No one had imagined that humanity, weak, desperate, mocked humanity, had hidden such fury, such strength, such endless will to fight. And yet, Adrian Cross knew this was only the beginning. Humanity did not seek conquest for conquest's sake. They did not burn planets. They did not slaughter civilians. They hunted those who had hunted them, and they dismantled empires built on chains and graves. For the first time, species long enslaved looked to humans not as prey, but as liberators. Mara watched a liberated colony cheer as human troops landed, her voice soft. They see us differently now. Adrian shook his head. No, they see us truly. The galaxy never knew who we were. Now they do. Lewis folded his arms, his expression grim. And what if they come together? What if the Council unites to crush us? Adrian smiled, a cold and dangerous smile. Then they'll learn faster. We're not the ones who should be afraid anymore. From prey to predator, from silence to storm, humanity's rise was no longer a possibility, it was reality. The galaxy would never forget the day the hunted stopped running, the day the cornered prey bared its teeth and struck back, and it would never again mistake humanity for anything but what it had become.